Bam! It's time for a review. Fall edition. So I thought I'd do something a little different this time. This year I went to GenCon Indianapolis. It's a massive gaming convention in Indianapolis. And they have all kinds of stuff there. All kinds. So I wanted to kind of go over, you know what? I wonder what's going on with Snake Eyes. Come in, Snake Eyes. This is Wild Bill. All right, Snake Eyes, we got those rattlers under control. Only thing is, there's some ground forces in the region, but that shouldn't be nothing that the Ghost Hawk could not happen. Handle. Man, it's tough flying these planes and talking all the time. Alright, Snake Eyes. This is Wild Bill. Good luck on your mission, buddy. You're about getting to the drop zone right now. Look out for those ground forces. Yo, yo. Good job, Snake Eyes. I'm not seeing any more targets. Yeehaw! Poof! Get him, guys. There he is. Get him. I don't like the way this bum is looking at me. Hands in the sky, bum. That's right. You didn't think we'd capture you? Oh, man, look at this guy. He doesn't even have hands. What are those, Lego pieces? Man, yeah, I mean, this is Snake Eyes? Wow. Bam. It is I, the one you call good, Storm Shadow. You didn't think it would be this easy, would it? You send one Joe? Well, my friend, now I have Snake Eyes as well. Snake Eyes, this is your final day. Snake Eyes, this is Wild Bill. Come in. Snake Eyes. Snake. Snake. Oh my God. Good Storm Shadow. He's got Super 7 Scarlet, Steve, and Lego Hands Snake Eyes. Oh man, I might have to stop reviews forever. Oh man, I'm gonna have to figure out something. I'll send out a search party or something. If you got some ideas, leave them in the comments below. Maybe we can figure out a way to get Snake Eyes back. Or maybe I'll just have to give over the secret to eternal life, whatever that even is. Anyway, moving on. So at GenCon this year, I picked up some gaming stuff. It's kind of different for this channel, but you know, my thought about this channel is we just kind of review whatever I feel like reviewing. You know what I'm saying? So what we got here is a little bit of gaming goodness. So let's get started. All right, let's start out with some of the small things. So I went over to the Army Painter booth, and I tend to like this paint line right here, this speed paint line, and I picked up these two, Horde Bronze and Polished Silver. I like the metallics, so I want to give these a try. Got those there. All right, I also picked up this paint set, or this brush set. This is the Army Painter Masterclass dry brush set. My dry brushing hasn't been very good, so I'd like to try these. I don't know, these bristles are so close together. I don't know, maybe I'll do a review on the channel of that. But I got these from the Army Painter booth there at GenCon. Not too shabby. All right, continuing with the craft stuff here. I got this from the Monument Hobbies. You can't really see that. Monument Hobbies booth there. This is a synthetic brush, and it has a very, very small tip. You can see the tip there. Look at how small that tip is. Crazy. I also got another set from Monument Hobbies. I've been wanting to get like a nice set of brushes from them. And, you know, you can get them online or whatnot, but I was already there and they had a booth. So I figured, you know what? I'm going to do it. So this is the Dauntless Synthetic. I want to give these a shot. You can see some of the tips in there. They got it's a set, so it's got a bunch of them in there. Monument Hobbies is a pretty cool company online, you know, in the YouTube videos and whatnot. So I figured I'd give them a little bit of support, pick up some brushes from their booth there at GenCon, and we'll see how it goes. All right, moving right along. It wouldn't be a GenCon without picking up some dice. Now, these dice really caught my eye. These are glittering gold, I think. No. Gold, yeah, glittering gold / silver. And I think these are cool. Now, I'm going to use these for, I got D6s. I'm going to use these for Warhammer. Yeah, some nice big dice. I tend to like the big ones myself. Moving right along. That's from ChessX. Great company. All right. So the next thing I got, this is for these cards here are D&D. So if you play Dungeons and Dragons, these will have custom monsters that they created. And they're meant to fold over your DM screen. So here's an example. Actually, I got to open it up. So if you look on here, it gives you the stats. This is a Bloodshot Drake. So you would fold it here, and your players would see this monster. They would see that. And you, as the DM, you would see the stats for the monster. And these are all ones that you're not going to find in the monster manual, right? So I really like this because they're all custom monsters. So if you need a custom monster your players haven't seen before, bam. And here's a whole mess of them. Not too shabby. These were 10 doll hairs, if you believe that. 10 doll hairs. So I definitely recommend these. Let's see. And there's the list of all the monsters right there. There's a whole bunch of Dire Turtle, Doom Rat, Giant Ant Queen. So cool. So this company is, what is this company? Top Dog Games right there. So if you want to get some of these bad boys yourself, that's where you get them. Top Dog Games. Tell them Bam sent you. You know what I'm saying? All right, moving right along. So the next thing I got was these sleeves. Played a little bit of Pokemon, and there was a reward for playing the game, and it was these sleeves right here. So these are for cards. Not too shabby. Now, the next thing that we're going to look at is, this was a gift that was given to me. It's a Capsulemon. Have you ever seen these before? Pop this bad boy open. Alright, so this is a Capsulemon. You pop it open, and I got a little piece of sushi. This is a Pokemon Tatsugiri. I got a little Tatsugiri Capsulemon. This was a present from my girl. Bam's girl, you know what I'm saying? Not too shabby. I like that a lot. Put it back in its capsule so it doesn't like hurt anybody or nothing. So this thing here that I got, this was an impulse buy if I've ever, if old Bam has ever gotten one. So this is the Lorcana trading card game. It's kind of like Magic the Gathering. So, you know, my house kind of likes Disney, so we kind of got into this Lorcana card game for a while there. This is the first chapter. This is the very first set they made of Lorcana. But these cards are in Japanese. So that was the impulse buy. Like, Bam, why did you buy? You cannot read Japanese. Why did you buy Japanese cards? Well, I don't know. So this was like 50 bucks. I figured for some Japanese cards, that'd be pretty cool. There's some cool cards in that set. I like the dragons. Maleficent is in the set. I'm hoping to open a Maleficent out of this box. So then I have a Japanese Maleficent. It is what it is. Let me know in the comments if you want to see what I pull from my Japanese first chapter set. And maybe I'll do that on a future review. Alright, moving on. So if you look here, this is what's called a trove for Lorcana. Now I've already opened it because I wanted to see what cards were in there, but I wouldn't have bought this because this is an older set. But they had a deal where if you purchase this for like 40 bucks, you get a free pack of sleeves. And that's where these sleeves come into play. So you see, oh bam, he bought 2 of them. Now these sleeves are Ursula sleeves, and you can only get them from conventions, so they're convention exclusives. These things are selling on eBay right now for like $150 hairs, man. So I paid 40 bucks for the cards. Got these free things, you know, might use them, might sell them, I don't know, but that seems like a good deal. All right, moving right along. All right, the last Lorcana thing that I got is this here. This is a playmat. And this particular playmat is actually quite large, but it's Hades. This is a Hades playmat. So if you look right there, that's kind of what it looks like. Kind of hard to get it into the, move the camera up. It's going to look like that. You can see it. But anyway, you would put this down under your play area and you play your cards on top. So I picked that up. You know, sometimes these play mats are hard to find, and I figured since they had it there, I might as well get it. All right, last but not least is this game right here, Horrified. Move these out of the way. Now, this Horrified game is a new game that Ravensburger is putting out. Let me move this out the way. And it's supposed to be like Dungeons and Dragons, but in a board game style. So I kind of wanted to give it a shot. That's what the back looks like. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So you can pick this up anywhere. I've seen it in Target, $29.99. My family and I were probably going to play this game and check it out, but they had it there at GenCon, so I figured I would pick it up while I was there. And for doing so, I got some goodies. This here is a Warlock promo pack. So this has a card in it. It's like a character, like a Warlock character that you can use. This is exclusive to GenCon, so this thing's probably going to be $50 probably on eBay if you try and buy this. But if you get this, you can play a Warlock inside of Horrified. So I figured since I was there, I might as well do it. I had to buy that game to get this, so hey, not too shabby. All right, next thing I got is this pin. This came with the game as well. This is a Horrified pin. I don't know if there's any pin collectors out there, but this pin looked pretty cool to me. I am not gonna lie. Try and get in there pretty good. It's nice and shiny and reflective, but again, this is like another deal sweetener to me. If I'm buying that game back there, deal sweetener number 2. You know what I'm saying? All right, so that's about it for the haul portion. Let me just turn all this stuff around. So I just wanted to kind of put everything back, and that's about it for the haul portion of this particular video. What I'm going to do at the end here is I'm going to throw some of the pictures in there I captured from my time at GenCon. Some of the craziness, some of the places that I visited. I drove, so it was like a 7-hour ride to get there. So you'll see some pictures of me driving through the countryside and whatnot. And some of the cool stuff from the convention. But that's all I have for this one. I know this is a one-off. This is kind of an interesting haul. It doesn't have any toys, but you know, I figured I might as well make a video of it. This has been a BAM review. I am BAM. I review toys, GenCon hauls on YouTube You know, G.I. Joe Classified, G.I. Joe Modern, G.I. Joe Retro, Transformers, you name it, gaming supplies. I have a Bam Bright episode coming up soon, so you can see the latest on my lighting situation here in the toy room. But that's all I have for this one. I'm Bam. This has been the Bam Review, and I am out.